Have you ever noticed how a single spark can start a fire inside you? One careless word, one ignored message, one cold glance, and suddenly your thoughts race, your chest tightens, and your whole day feels different. It's strange how small moments can take such big space in our hearts. Many of us believe the world disturbs our peace, but often it is not the moment itself, it is what we build around it. Today, I want to share a story about a man who learned that guarding his inner world was more powerful than trying to control the outer one. In a seaside town where the waves spoke gently to the shore, there lived a young man named Alex. He worked at a small bakery near the harbor. Every morning he woke before sunrise, kneaded dough with quiet focus, and placed warm bread in the window just as the town began to stir. From the outside, his life seemed peaceful, but inside, Alex carried storms. If a customer complained, he replayed the words all day. If a friend forgot to greet him, he assumed he had done something wrong. If someone looked at him with impatience, he felt small and wounded. Each tiny moment became a thread in his mind, and without realizing it, he wove those threads into heavy ropes of worry. At night, when the bakery was silent and the sea breeze slipped through the window, Alex would sit alone and think about everything that had gone wrong. He believed he was being responsible, analyzing, learning, protecting himself, but what he was really doing was tightening the ropes around his own heart. One afternoon, after a particularly busy morning, a man entered the bakery and criticized the bread for being too dry. His tone was sharp. Alex apologized politely, but inside he felt the familiar storm rising. After the man left, he could not focus. The sound of the waves outside felt distant. His hands trembled slightly as he cleaned the counter. Feeling overwhelmed, he closed the bakery early and walked down to the shore. The sky was painted in soft shades of gold and gray. There, sitting on a smooth rock near the water, was an elderly woman known in town as Meera. She was quiet and observant, often seen watching the horizon as if listening to secrets carried by the wind. Meera noticed Alex's troubled face and motioned for him to sit. "You look like someone who is carrying the ocean on his shoulders," she said gently. Alex sighed. "It's just people. Their words stay with me. I try to forget, but I can't. It feels like I am made of thin glass." Meera smiled softly and picked up a small seashell from the sand. She held it out to him. "What do you hear when you place this near your ear?" "The ocean," Alex replied. "And is the ocean truly inside the shell?" she asked. He shook his head. "No." Meera nodded. "The sound is only an echo. The shell does not create the ocean, it only holds what passes through it. You are like this shell. People's words pass through you, but you keep holding the echo, believing it belongs to you." Alex looked at the seashell in his hand. The old woman continued, "When someone speaks harshly, it often reflects their own storms, not your worth. But when you replay their words again and again, you give the echo a home. You let it live inside you." The waves rolled in quietly, as if agreeing. "So what should I do?" Alex asked. "How do I stop hearing the echo?" Meera stood and walked closer to the water. She tossed a small pebble into the sea. Ripples spread outward, then slowly disappeared. "Notice this," she said. "The water receives the stone. It responds, but it does not hold the ripple forever. It returns to calm. Your mind can be like this water. Let the moment touch you, then let it fade." Alex watched the surface smooth itself again. For the first time, he realized he had been trying to fight every pebble, every ripple. He had been trying to stop the stones from being thrown at all, but perhaps that was impossible. That evening, he returned home with a quiet thought resting in his heart. The next day, another challenge came. A delivery was late, and a customer grew impatient. Alex felt the familiar spark inside his chest. His thoughts began to gather, ready to build another rope of worry. But then he remembered the sea. He paused. He took one slow breath. He imagined the words as a pebble falling into water. He felt the ripple inside him, but instead of chasing it, he let it move. He continued his work calmly. To his surprise, the feeling faded faster than usual. The rope did not tighten. Days passed. Not every moment was easy. Sometimes the echoes were loud. Sometimes the ripples felt strong. But each time, Alex practiced receiving and releasing. He stopped asking, "Why did they say this?" and started asking, "Will I carry this or will I let it pass?" Slowly, something beautiful changed. The bakery felt brighter. The scent of warm bread felt comforting again. He began to notice the kindness in people more than their impatience. A child's laughter stayed with him longer than a complaint. The sea sounded closer, clearer. One evening, he returned to the shore and found Meera again. "You look lighter," she observed. "I stopped collecting echoes," Alex replied with a small smile. "They still come, but they don't stay." Meera nodded. Peace is not the absence of noise. It is the decision not to turn noise into identity. Alex never forgot those words. Now, before sleeping each night, he followed a simple practice. He would close his eyes and picture his mind as the surface of the sea. He would recall one moment from the day that disturbed him. He would imagine dropping it gently into the water and watching the ripples spread. Then he would whisper, "This can pass," and he would wait until the water in his mind became still again. It took only a minute, but that minute changed his days. And maybe it can change yours too. We cannot stop every careless word. We cannot prevent every misunderstanding. The world will always have pebbles, but we can choose whether we become a clenched fist or a calm sea. Tonight, before you sleep, think of one echo that is still repeating in your mind. See it as a pebble. Drop it into the water. Watch the ripple. Let it fade. Do not chase it. Do not name it as yours. Because peace does not come from controlling every wave. Peace comes from remembering that you are deeper than the surface. And when you stop holding the echoes, you finally hear something else, the quiet strength that was inside you all along.